All right, so this is a transition phase number 8, and it is Pilates and ball rolling mobility 2. Okay, so lie your back, and we'll start out with our Pilates. So you're just gonna kind of pull yourself apart, reach your arms up, reach your legs out. Oh, it's a nice little stretch. And you're going to bend your knees, and we'll just do a couple deep breaths. We'll do some imprints and releases. So you're gonna take a deep breath, that 3-dimensional breath we talked about the other day, breathing into your lower back, belly, rib cage wide, upper back and chest. And on the exhale, force that air out, and just allow the spine to sink. You're not gonna, did I say I meant imprint releases. I don't know if I said pelvic tilts or imprint releases, but imprint release is what I want. So you're pulling those abs in, and naturally the ribs and the lower back will sink down a little bit. So you just want to feel that. You're not tucking your pelvis, you're not forcing your back down. You're more just engaging and just feeling how the back sinks very, very softly. So that curve is decreasing a little bit. So inhale. Exhale, engage, and just feel that sink down a little bit. Inhale, and exhale, engage, and feel that sink down. So we're just kind of starting to activate the core a little bit. Let's go into hundreds. So you're going to inhale, drop your chin, exhale, come up into a curl, reach your arms straight up front, bring your knees in towards you at tabletop, and you're going to pump your arms. So inhale in for a count of 5, and exhale for a count of 5. If you want to progress this and reach your legs out, reach your legs out. Shoulders are nice and broad and open. Inhale for a count of 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bring your knees in, nice. Look back and forth. We're gonna go from here, let's do that T-spine stretch. So arms out to a T, drop your knees to your right, to your left. Nice deep breath. And switch sides, drop your knees to your left, look to your right, nice deep breath. And come back to center. We're gonna go right into stomach series. Up to you if you want to have your head down with a pillow or hands behind your head. I'm going to show you the classical version of this. So your right hand is on your right ankle, left hand is on your right knee. Point your feet, reach that left leg out, and you're drawing that knee in without changing the position of the pelvis. We're just drawing that knee in, shoulders stay nice and broad. Inhale, exhale, switch. A little quick inhale, exhale, switch. There's 3, 4, 5, keeping that pelvis nice and stable. 6, 7, 8, and 8. Beautiful. Draw both knees in towards you. Double leg stretch, you're drawing your knees in. Again, let's try to keep the pelvis neutral, so you're not going to lift your pelvis for this one. You're going to inhale, reach both legs out. Double leg stretch. Exhale, circle and draw back in. So inhale, reach. Nice little reach. Exhale, circle. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, stabilize. Exhale, draw back in. 6, 7, last one. And 8, beautiful. Going right into scissors. So you're gonna bring both legs up towards the ceiling, grab onto the back of your right leg as high as you feel comfortable. Point your feet, do a little pulse, inhale, exhale, switch. 3, shoulders are broad, 4, and relaxed, 5. Nice hamstring stretch. 5, 6, 6. One more. Beautiful. And next you're going to go to double leg stretch. You can look back and forth. Just relax that neck for a second. And double leg lower lift. Did I say double leg stretch? So double leg lower lift, hands behind your head. So now you're going to support the weight of your head. You're going to come up into a curl, both legs up towards the ceiling. Keeping that nice neutral, organized spine. Inhale as you lower your legs. Exhale. Pulling deep into that pelvic floor. Lower abs. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. Making sure the belly is staying flat. And you can use a pillow or a ball if needed. There's 4, 5, 6. And you're just going down as far as you're coming out, losing that position. 7, last one. 8, bend your knees. And you're going to go to elbow to knee. So you're rotating, inhale, exhale, rotate. Inhale, center, exhale, rotate. Quick little inhale, exhale, rotate. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful. Lower down. Bring your arms onto a T. Drop your knees to your right, lift your left. Nice deep breath. Great way to just stabilize the abs, work on that abdominal endurance, and switch sides. Drop your knees to your left, look towards your right. A little more of a classical version of that. Nice deep breath. And coming back. Beautiful. You're going to flip over, onto your stomach. And we're going to go onto your elbows for a single leg kick and a double leg kick. So this is kind of going to be our extension for today. So your elbows are right below your shoulders. And you don't want to sink into it. And then, again, if you need more support, you can put a ball or a pillow underneath your hips, okay? But pushing yourself up and pointing your feet, you're going to kick. So fire that right glute, you go kick, and release. Fire that left glute, kick, and release. The goal is not to shift your spine when you kick. So it'll show you the flexibility in your quads. So if you have a really hard time maintaining that position, the quads can be very, very tight. So it's something to work on. So you kick, and you kick. So we're just working on maintaining pelvic stability as we bend our knee. Okay? Lower down. Look towards your right, or whatever direction you want to look first. And you're going to clasp your hands behind your back as one of the progressions. The other progression is to keep your arms at your side. So I'll show you this one first. But you're going to bring your legs together. You're going to kick 3 times. So again, it's pelvic floor, abs, glutes each time. You're going to lift up, inhale. Reaching those arms back, exhale, lower down. Look towards the opposite side. Kick, lift up. Working on that length as you lift, exhale, lower down. If you want to clasp your hands behind your back, you can. Kick, you lift up. Working on that extension of the shoulders and the spine. Kick, lift up, reach. And lower down, one more each, kick, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, kick, inhale, reach. And exhale, lower, push back in child's pose. Nice job. Nice deep breath in child's pose. All right, so next, we're gonna go into do a corkscrew. So you're gonna flip over onto your back, and your legs are up towards the ceiling. If you keep your legs completely straight, it's a little bit harder. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, you can. Arms are at your side. You're going to inhale your legs to your right, circling around it, drawing a circle on the ceiling. Exhale, retrace that same circle to your left. So inhale to your right, exhale, inhale to your left, exhale. There's 2. And you're just working kind of beyond, a neutral hip position. So you're trying to control rolling onto one hip and the other hip with your obliques. One more in each direction. Notice your head position, keeping the length in the back of the neck and the strength in the front. Beautiful. Lower your feet. Shoulder bridge. We're going to go into advanced shoulder bridge. So you're going to inhale. So bring your heels a little closer to your butt. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Inhale, exhale. Engage that pelvic floor, slowly lifting the hips up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, think about that length at the top. Exhale, softly articulate your spine down one vertebra at a time. Just feeling each vertebra articulate. And notice where it doesn't articulate. So, alright, let's lift back up. Inhale, exhale, passing through that imprint. Slowly lifting up. You're going to reach, so really engage that left glute. Reach your right leg out. Point the foot, lift, flex the foot lower. So there's 1, 2, 3. Bend that knee, fire that right glute, reach out, point out, flex out. 1, 2, really get that length. 3, bend that knee, stay up, really fire that left glute. We'll switch it, flex as you lift, point as you lower. 1, wait, do we do that? Point as you lift, flex as you lower. 1, 2, 3, I think, now I'm confused. Fire that right glute, reach, point up, flex down. 1, 2, and 3. Either way, it's good to do. Inhale, exhale, softly articulate the spine down. Try to allow the spine to articulate. Beautiful. Awesome. You're going to line your side. So your back is going to line up with the back of the mat. Hips are stacked. Up to you with the head position. Your feet are going to come forward. So you can keep your arm down and your head straight, or you can prop yourself up. Lift those rib cages a little bit just to keep that neutral spine. You're going to lift that top leg up about hip width. You're going to inhale, you swing your leg forward. Exhale, you swing your leg back. There's 1, 2. Going as large a range of motion as you can without shifting the spine. There's 3, and there's 4. Come back to center. Rotate out, so rotating that leg out, so the knee is rotated up towards the ceiling. Inhale as you lift, you point, flex as you lower. There's 1. So we're going to just expose ourselves to a bunch of positions. 2, 3, switch it, flex as you lift, point as you lower. 1, 2, 3, and you're going to bend the knee, slide that leg up, extend up towards the ceiling, and then swing it back down. So you're going to slide up, extend, and down, making sure we're not hiking the hip. Stabilize with the core. Try to just move from that leg and hip. Reverse it. So lift, bend, slide it out. Lift, bend, slide it out. 1 more. Lift, bend, slide it out. Nice. Lower all the way down. If you're not already there, bend your top leg. You're going to bring it out front. As flat of a foot as you can. If you need to be here, that's okay. And you're going to grab onto that ankle if you can, and you're going to lift and lower that bottom leg. So we're just kind of engaging that inner thigh, lifting and lowering. 7, 8, 9, 10. And hold up, just do little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Stay here. Bring your legs together. bring your bottom arm out front. You're gonna roll back and lift up into that side teaser. So just roll back, lift up. You can use this arm as support. There's 2, 3. Get a little bit of that roll in there. 4 and 5. 3 more. 6. Squeeze those inner thighs. That'll create some nice stability. 7 and last one. 8. Beautiful. Lie on your stomach. Hands underneath your forehead as a pillow, or you can put them underneath your hips if needed. A pillow also works as well for underneath your hips. So pelvic floor, abs, glutes. You're gonna lift your legs up, you're gonna do heel beats. You're driving your pubic bone down. You're inhaling for a count of 5. And exhaling for a count of 5. Inhaling for a count of 5. And exhaling for a count of 5. Inhaling. And exhaling. Beautiful. Lower down, bend the knees. Bring your heels together, feet are in a V. Knees can be apart. Squeeze the glutes from here. Inhale, exhale, pull the abs in and lift the hips up. 1, 2, and really should feel those low glutes working really hard to lift your hips up, and you're driving your pubic bone down to really create some stability. Last one. Nice. Push back into child's pose, and then we'll switch sides. Nice deep breath here. And we'll switch sides. So you're gonna lie on your right side. Your back is lined up on the back of the mat. Hips are stacked. Feet come to the front corner. And again, if you can either be arm down, head down, or you can lift up and just make sure you lift the ribs to keep that spine neutral. You're going to lift that top leg, flex forward, swing back. So there's 1, flex that foot forward, point that foot as you swing it back. There's 2. Feel how the abs support you. 3, last one. 4, bring that leg back to center, rotate that leg up towards the ceiling, sometimes a hard position to access. Point as you lift, flex as you lower. There's 1, 2, 3, reverse it, lift and point, so flex as you lift, point as you lower. 2, 3, and then you're going to slide that foot up, reach that leg up to the ceiling, and lower it down. It's almost like an externally rotated bicycle. 2, 3, reverse, lift, bend, slide it out. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Lower it down. And bring your bottom arm straight if it's not already there. Bring your top foot forward, and you're going to lift and lower. 1, 2, working that inner thigh. Still feel a little bit of support from the abs. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bring your legs back together. Bring your bottom arm straight out front. Top arm is at your side. You're going to roll back and lift up into that side teaser. So there's 1. Get a little roll in there. So you're rolling back, lift. There's 2. Roll back onto your side. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. 5. Floating yourself up. Really nice connection throughout that whole system. 6. 7. And 8. Beautiful job. From there, let's line your backs. Okay? And we're going to go right into, let's do a quick little hip stretch. So bring your right foot into your left knee. You're going to draw your left knee in toward you. Nice little hip piriformis stretch. You're going to inhale, just kind of push into right foot into the knee. Deep breath. And on the exhale, draw that left thigh, knee in towards your chest a little bit more. Get a nice little stretch in the side of that hip there. Switch sides. So draw that knee in, find that first barrier, that first restricted barrier. Push, deep breath. And on the exhale,
Draw that knee in. Excellent. All right, so legs are straight. We're going to do teasers. So if you know the modifications for this, if you want to do roll-ups instead, you can. If you want to do the first progression with your knees in towards you and back yourself up, you can. I'm going to show you the full version. So arms straight out front, point your feet, squeeze your glutes to get yourself nice and organized. Inhale. Exhale, you float yourself up to that teaser position. I can find my center. And lower back down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Squeeze those inner thighs. Lifting. And slowly lower. And again, there's two. Hold it at the top. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Lower. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. Inhale. Exhale. Lower. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Lower. Last one. Come on, baby. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Arms out to a T. Drop your knees to your right and to your left, excuse me. And switch that. Last thing, we're gonna come up to standing position. With just one set, really good control, we're gonna do push-ups. We're gonna do one set of 5. It's 5 seconds on the way down, 5 seconds on the way up. So it's really slow, controlled. Find your position that works for you. And we'll start with that. So you're gonna inhale your arms up. Exhale, roll down to your feet or whatever surface you're gonna be on. You're gonna walk your hands out. Screw those elbows in. So those biceps face forward or the eye of your elbow faces forward. Elbows are gonna stay tight. So inhale as you lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So there's 1. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really keep that engagement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's 2. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So really working on that control, screwing those elbows and trying to maintain that. That was 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's 4. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Push back into downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk your feet to your hand, or hands to your feet. Little bend of the knees, inhale. Exhale, slowly roll all the way up. Reach those arms up. And bring your arms down. Awesome. So that was the Pilates. Great job. So, ball rolling. Up to you. I'm going to do all of the ball rolling on the floor, and I'm going to change it just a little bit. We're going to do all the ball rolling on the floor, unless you need to do it on the wall. The wall is the same instructions, it's just on the wall instead of the floor. Okay? So if you grab your ball, so either your tune-up fitness ball, your massage ball, or your tennis ball, we're going to go along the spine. Okay? So let's see, our first pre-test, let's just do a swan as a first pre-test, and then maybe we'll do a roll-up. So kind of a little bit of spinal flexion, a little bit of spinal extension. Okay? So swan first. So pelvic floor, abs, glutes. You're gonna inhale Roll that marble away and slowly lift up one vertebra at a time. Notice how much access you have to that upper back, that thoracic spine and extension. And notice, what you feel. You shouldn't feel anything specific. It should feel very soft and light. Shouldn't feel like you're straining the back muscles to lift, okay? So let's flip over. So just notice how that feels. We're gonna start with the right side, so focus on the right side first. You're gonna do a roll up, round forward, and if it's a lot of hamstrings, you can bend your knees and try to flex forward a little further. And we're just trying to feel whatever you feel in your back line. So whatever you feel in the back of your shoulders, or back of your back, whether it's lower back, middle back, upper back. So notice that, okay? So T-spine extensions. You know how we've done that before. We're gonna do T-spine extensions, but with one side at a time, which does create some rotational movement. So switch to 2 balls if you need to, or switch to the wall if you need to, okay? Again, the instructions are the same. So if you're on your back, you bring the ball just to the right of the spine, and we're not on the neck, we're below the neck, right in line with the top of the shoulder blade. And you're gonna bring your hands behind your head, and you're gonna inhale as you lower, exhale to come up. So inhale as you lower, exhale to come up, and it'll feel a little bit different because we're doing one side instead of 2. Same concept applies, keeping that back of your neck long, your chin sinks in, very soft, and you come back up. And then you're gonna go side to side. And then you lower, I make a fist with my hand, and I put it underneath my head. If you have a pillow, you can use a pillow. But we're just doing a 1-arm reach, so you're gonna reach that arm up and over, and then come back, reach that arm up and over, and come back. Nice inhale as you reach. Exhale as you come back. One more, inhale, reach. Exhale, come back. Beautiful. Roll that ball down to the next section. Hands behind your head, you're gonna inhale as you lower, exhale as you come up. So now we're just kind of mobilizing that next section of the spine and ribs and soft tissue. And notice how this compares, notice how this is different than the 2 balls at a time. Side to side. Just kind of trying to pin and stretch and work that fascial system in a different direction. And then lower your head again and reach that arm. So nice inhale, reach. Exhale as you bring it back down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it back down. Reach. Lower. Last one. Using that breath, breathing into that ball, into breathing into the lower to middle back. Let's bring that ball down to the next section. Hands behind your head, you're gonna inhale as you lower, exhale as you come up. You know you've gone too low when you feel like you're arching your lower back. So I'll show you kind of the next version of this after that. Side to side. Lower your head, inhale as you reach that arm up and over. Inhale, reach. Reach. Last one. And then roll that ball down to the next section. Now this is kind of an in-between. This sometimes is too low for people. So if it feels like too much to extend and bend, you can keep your head down and you can do more of like a shoulder bridge, and you can do it from that direction. So this in-between spot is probably the hardest spot to kind of figure out. So lower and lift. I'll show the upper body version. Remember, you can always switch to a wall, side to side. Lower your head Support it with a fist or a pillow. Inhale, reach, exhale, bring it back. Last one. Really trying to get that big breath in there. Make sure you're able to breathe. Let's bring that ball down to the next spot. So now we're going to be in that area where you're going to lift and lower the hips. So now you're going to do pelvic tilts. Again, you can use the wall instead. Okay. So inhale, exhale. You're going to lift and lower, just kind of mobilizing in this position. And then from here, you can kind of keep your hips up and you just kind of rock your hips side to side. And if you're standing, you just kind of bend one knee, then bend the other knee. So it's like a side to side sway of the hips, just to kind of move around that ball there. Okay? You can lower your hips, and if it feels comfortable, big breath into that area. Reach your arms up. Exhale as you lower. You shouldn't feel like you're straining your lower back. If you do, back off a little bit. Last one. Bring that ball a little lower. Working our way down. So about maybe almost the bottom of the rib cage. So we're almost entering into the lower back. Kind of lower of the middle back is where we're at right now. Pelvic tilts here. Keep the hips up, kind of just sway your hips back and forth. Maintaining that pressure in the ball, but now again, we're just moving that fascial system back and forth and pinning and stretching that area. Okay, lower the hips, inhale, reach your arms up. Breathing into that lower middle back, exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it back down. One more. This is the last one with the arms. Beautiful. Roll that ball down just a little further. And now we're on the upper part of the lower back. We got two more sections after this. So from here, same idea. You're going to just tuck your pelvis and release, tuck your pelvis and release. Keep your hips up, kind of sway back and forth. And then keep your hips down, and you can draw your right knee in towards you and release. So draw that knee in towards you and release. And just breathe into it if some of these exercises are a little too much. Excellent. Bring that ball a little bit lower. And same idea. So now we're in the lower back region. If I were to roll the ball to the right, I'm between the ribs and the hips. And we're doing some pelvic tilts there. And swaying the hips back and forth. Again, if you're standing, you're just bending one knee to the other. Just trying to get that tissue to be able to move in each of these areas. Okay? And then you're going to draw that knee in. And again, it shouldn't feel painful. It shouldn't feel like you can't breathe. So kind of let that be your guide. Okay, let's bring the ball down one more section. We're kind of in that lower back sacrum area. Okay, and we'll just do some pelvic tilts here. And down here, I feel like I probably could go to a lacrosse ball instead of this tune-up fitness ball. So you can always switch balls out too. And then again, just kind of reach one hip then the other, just kind of working those hips side to side. And then the last one is you just draw that knee in towards you. Just try to maintain that pressure on the ball. Awesome. Take that ball up. And let's flip over and do swan. See how you did. So So pretty in depth. I mean, we're going all the way down the spine and in a prone or supine position. So we'll see how you did. So inhale, pelvic floor, abs, glutes. Inhale, slowly roll that marble away. Just see how that side feels compared to the other side. And if it feels a little bit lighter or looser, are you able to breathe a little bit easier into that right side? Okay, flip over, and we'll do that roll up, round forward, and again, if you want to bend your knees if the hamstrings are really tight. And again, just feel the difference. So I just feel like the right side is pulling less than the left side. So fortunately, I haven't been pain before, but the tension is lessened, which is great. So let's go to the left of the spine. We'll work our way down the spine. We're in line with the top of the shoulder blade, and we're gonna come down. It's kind of that traditional T-spine extension, just with one ball. You're gonna extend and come up. So it's inhale as you extend, exhale as you come up. Just working that tissue. Gonna go side to side. And if you're on the wall again, you know, if you walk forward, it can make more. You can do more. You can put more pressure into the ball. Bring your fist underneath your head, and you're gonna reach the arm up. So that's a way to progress it on the wall as well. So nice inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Inhale, exhale. 2. Beautiful. Roll that ball down to the next section. Same idea. Inhale as you extend, exhale as you come up. And you're just supporting the weight of your head. You're lengthening the back of the neck, sinking that chin down. And just maintain that breath. Okay, side to side. And you know, be aware that do you feel like you need more work side to side? Do you feel like you need more work up and down? Do you feel like you need more work reaching the arm, which is what we're going to? Inhale as you reach that arm, exhale as you bring it back. So maybe you'd spend a little bit more time in one of those positions. Inhale, get that nice deep breath. Exhale, bring it back. Always working with the breath. Last one. Beautiful. Roll that ball down to the next section. So we're kind of bottom of the shoulder blade. Same idea. A lot of times this is the last one for most people. And go side to side. And lower your head and reach that arm. Last one, nice deep breath. Beautiful. Bring that ball down to the next spot. In this spot is again that in-between spot where it might be better to tuck and release your pelvis, or if you can do another extension to neutral with the upper body, you can do that. Okay? So inhale as you lower, exhale. Side to side. Make sure you keep taking those nice deep breaths. And then lower your head, reach that arm up. Deep breath. Beautiful. Bring that ball down to that next section. So from here, now we're doing those pelvic tilts. Lift those hips up, sinking into the ball, not lifting up off the ball. Keep the hips up, sway your hips back and forth. It's always amazing what you find kind of back here. I've got some tenderness here and I didn't realize I had that. So And then lower your hips, reach that arm up and lower. So inhale. Last set of the arms. Last one. Beautiful. Bring that ball down a little bit further. So now we got about 3 sections left. So we have these lower rib section and then 2 more. So from here, we're going to do the pelvic tilts. And go side to side. And then lower the hip and draw that knee in towards you. Just allowing that ball to sink. And then bring that ball down. So now we're in that lower back region. So if I roll the ball to the left, and be between the ribs and the hip. So we're right next to the spine, so you're going to just do some pelvic tilts again, allowing that ball to sink into the lower back. Definitely not as in depth of work of the lower back as we typically do when we do the lower back release. Side to side with the hips. And then lower the hips, draw that knee towards you. Nice deep breath. Last one. And then lower that ball, go just above the hip, into that lower back hip area. So right above the sacrum. That little nook in there. And you're going to do some pelvic tilts here. It's kind of right where your SI is. And side to side. And then again, just draw that knee in. We're just trying to get that tissue to be able to work in all those different directions. Okay? Awesome. Let's go to swan. So you're on your stomach. And you're going to inhale as you slowly roll that marble away. And I really like to do the one side at a time and retest, because then you can compare. And now you can see if do you feel a little more equal between the sides? Do you have a little bit more mobility or the ability to let go of the upper back and allow the upper back to extend? And breathe. Okay, flip over. Let's do the roll up. Reaching up and over. And then you can bend your knees and just notice what you feel. You feel a little more equal? Do you feel an area that's a little more specific than you felt before? We just want some sort of change. All right, awesome. All right, so from here, I wanted to go to the front line a little bit, and we're gonna do a pec release, and we're just gonna do it right on the floor. So I personally like to use a little bit larger of a ball for this. You can use like a tennis sized ball, but it just tends to be a little bit too small most of the time. So I use it's what's called the alpha ball, which is a tune-up fitness ball. And our pre-test for this is if you lie on your back and you bring your arms down into this W position, you inhale as you slide your arms up, exhale to bring your arms back down. Just notice how close your arms are to the floor. Notice your shoulder position, what stretch or tension that you feel through the front of the right arm, because that's what we're going to focus on first. Okay? So lie on your stomach. The ball goes just to the right of the sternum underneath the collarbone. And make sure you support your head with your hand. And you're going to just do like a snow angel. You're going to go behind you, and you're going to go overhead. So it's just a nice range of motion of that arm while you release that front line. A little different. We did it with the roller the other day. And so it's just different. You can access different ranges of motion. And this one you can get really good solid pressure. Bring that ball out just a little further. So you're just hitting that next section, same idea. And this is where it'll get a little bit harder to get enough pressure if you have a smaller ball. If you prop your ball up on some books or something, that does help give you some more range of motion, just as an option. And just make sure you're accessing that full range, or as great of a range as you can. Trying to get that arm behind you if you can, and trying to get that arm out front. Okay, bring that ball out just a little further. Trying to sink in just a little bit closer to the shoulder, and same idea. Just opening up that right pec. And this is the last section. So the next section is the shoulder. So just so you know where we are. Last one. Beautiful. Okay, flip over and let's see. Let's see if you're, is that right shoulder, does that right arm feel a little bit easier to keep on the mat? Or is it a little bit further, or is the tension that's in the front less? Or if you felt it specific in the top of the shoulder or the back of the shoulder, is that less? Okay. And then you're comparing the sides, and is it pulling less on the left side? So just notice the changes, and we'll switch sides. So the ball is underneath, just to the left of the sternum, underneath the collarbone. Support your head with your hand. And you're going to swing that arm forward and swing that arm back. So you're just working on that range of motion. Nice inhale, exhale. This is great. It's still, just like when we went down the back, we're also loosening up. We're not just loosening up the pecs, but we're loosening up the rib cage, so it allows us to breathe with a little bit more efficiency. It allows that breath to go with a little more ease. So at the very least, bring that ball out a little bit. Hopefully we get some better breathing. So on that second spot, inhale, reach your arm forward. Exhale, you swing your arm back. And just breathing, and bring that ball out just a little further. Sinking into that. Same idea, swing it forward, swing it back. Sinking into that tissue. Trying to just get as much range as your arm will allow. Let's get two more in. Beautiful. Okay, coming up. You're gonna flip over. You're gonna bring your arms down. You're gonna inhale as you slide your arms up. Exhale as you slide your arms down. And just the hope is that you have a greater range of motion, less tension, the better ability to breathe through that range of motion. Awesome. And coming up. And we have about 1 minute to roll out the bottom of the foot each side. So grab your ball, put the ball underneath your foot. We'll take advantage of our time here, and just notice anything in the bottom of that foot. We're not going to do anything specific, but just rolling out the bottom of the foot. Rolling out the inside, outside, ball of the foot. You can roll sideways, you can roll up and down. And I'm just timing us, so. Okay. And just take a moment, walk around. Just with that little bit. See if you felt a difference in your foot. Switch sides. And you're rolling out the other side. So, does it feel lighter, looser, like you want more, whatever? You're just rolling out the bottom of that foot in whatever direction and way you'd like. Our feet get a lot of work throughout the day, and it's good to just open them up and allow them to breathe for a little bit. You got 10 seconds. Awesome. Come off there, again, walk around, just feel the difference. I always feel a little more grounded, my feet feel a little more alive, and I just feel that more connection to the ground. Awesome. So bring your legs together, reach your arms up. And slowly lower the arms. And again, deep breath. And exhale nice and slow. Beautiful job. Great work today.
Recording stop.